All right, welcome into the Local on 2 podcast studio. We are so excited. I am very excited because we are talking to Leah Susie from Communities in Schools of Tennessee, CIS. It has such a special part in my heart because of all of the fantastic work that they are doing in our community and really across the state. Leah, explain what CIS is.
Yes, CIS is a nonprofit here in Nashville. We work statewide, and our mission is to surround students with a community of support that gives them the support they need to succeed in life. And so we bring outside resources into schools, and we do that through a school-based coordinator that has an office there in the school building, and they are really focused on, who are the kids in this school that need that added support? What are the barriers that are coming up? And a lot of times the first indicator of that is chronic absenteeism. Who's not able to get to school? And then our program managers are curious and they're saying, well, what's going on? Why are they not getting to school? Most of the time it's not of any fault of their own or their families. There's other barriers outside that, if mom works a job that starts at 6 a.m. and the bus doesn't come till 6:30, well, if the kids miss the bus, they don't have a ride to school. So those are the types of things that we're curious about, not judgmental. We know that parents really want the best for their students, and so we want to provide them with the resources and the support they need so that they can be successful.
Yes, it's so incredible. It's been around for 14 years. And just this last year, I saw that over 26,000 students were impacted by this. 76% of students improved their attendance, which is first and foremost, and 91% of students met or made progress towards life and social skills, a goal of theirs. So let's talk more about how you find these students and how you're addressing them, and maybe talk about those resources that are available at their schools.
Yes. So our model is an evidence-based model, and we do different levels of support. So we provide whole school supports, which are going to be your sending meals home on the weekends or doing a college and career fair. Those are things that are available for the whole student body. And then we also do case management. And so that includes one-on-one intensive case management with up to 10% of the students in the school. And as a part of that, that also includes small groups. And so at the beginning of the school year, our program managers work with the school administration to figure out what are the needs of this school. And they create a plan for that. And then that's the guide for the school year. And every school support plan looks a little bit different based on what's going on there. So in one school, it could be that, there's a lot of kids that live with their grandparents. And so that could be a small group that they get together because that can be a challenge for a kid. Or it could be a girls empowerment group for confidence building. And then the case management is really kind of our bread and butter. That's really what kind of sets us apart. And building those relationships with students, families, building that trust so that we can, because, it can be not something that families want to talk about necessarily. And so being able to do that in a discreet way, being able to say, what's going on and how can we help? An example could be a family that had bed bugs and had to move out of their, apartment and move to a hotel. Well, there's not a bus that comes to there. So they may have to miss school for that week. And then they don't want to tell the school what's going on. And so that's the kind of thing where then we can come in and all of our program managers have a budget, a discretionary budget. And so if that means that we pay an electric bill one month, if we buy a kid a pair of shoes, if we're, getting a pro bono service for bed bugs, we're figuring out what's the barrier and how can we address it and do it in real time. We don't have to refer those services out because our program managers are in the building. They're able to do that immediately.
Wow, see, they are rock stars, everyone. And I think you hit the nail on the head when you said, these children, they didn't choose to be in this position. And when you see their faces, you're reminded of just how, gentle and kind and sweet these young kids are and how much they are in need of mentors.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, I had the fantastic opportunity to volunteer my time at Tom Joy Elementary in East Nashville, and I got to hang out with these kids. And man, kids say the darnest thing. It is true. They were so fun and hilarious. And for a moment, I kind of forgot that, hey, most of those students come from single parent households. Some of the kids are homeless. And it's just a reminder of just how much of an impact you're making on these children's lives. So what I did is I went in and I was reading to the class, and it was so much fun. And it was just for a little bit, but it clearly made an impact on my heart. I mean, this was 2 years ago. And so I want to talk more about the volunteer opportunities and how other people can get involved with this program.
Yes. We have ongoing volunteer opportunities at each of our individual schools. What Laura was talking about with reading, there's a lot of, again, just that one-on-one time, that one-on-one connection. Teachers are superheroes. We all know that. But there's only one of them for a lot of students. And so when you've got students that maybe need that added support, that extra help, having volunteers come in to be able to do the one-on-one, just letting them read to you even, that practice and help is so valuable. And so we've got opportunities. We've had people be lunch buddies, showing up consistently, or even, depending on the skill set, like coming in and help leading one of those groups. So there's a wide range from, working directly with students, but then also, we do things with teacher appreciation. We do stuff for attendance incentives, party. We're right now we're recruiting teams of people to do glow parties in May. So that's a great opportunity where a group of 8 to 10 people can come in. And these are kids that have worked hard all year that, there's some kids that getting to school every day is really easy. And there's some that it takes a lot of effort and work. And so how do we reward them? How do we celebrate them? And so that's one of the things we're doing this year is bringing those kids out and doing a glow party. So all of those things are on our website under volunteer. And we work through Hands on Nashville to post those opportunities. And you just have to, depending on the what you do, you either have to go through, just fill out an application. Sometimes if it's one-on-one, then you do have to do a background check. But it's all on the website to be able to have access to that.
So many ways to get involved. And clearly, they're a nonprofit. Funding is so, so vital, so crucial. And clearly, hey, we got to get these glow parties going. There's only one way, and that is to fundraise. And there's a really fun fundraiser coming up.
Yes.
Bingo night.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm a firm believer that fundraisers should be fun. It's in the name. So that's what we're doing. So bingo night is something we've done. This is our 5th year doing it. We are having it at Fat Bottom Brewery, and it's a family-friendly event to come out, play some bingo, win some prizes, eat good food. Food and drinks are included in the ticket price. Bid on some silent auction items and just have a good time socializing. It's a great thing to invite friends to, because you may spend $50 out having a dinner and drinks, and so why not come and support communities and schools?
Yes, and be around your community members because that group is really fun.
Yes,
I will say. And hey, I'm your bingo caller, which I am honored for 3rd year in a row.
And she does an amazing job.
I go ham on the bingo calling, I tell you what. Hey, Leah, how did you get first introduced to communities and schools?
Yes, so I've been in the nonprofit sector for 22 years, all with youth-minded organizations. And whenever I used to work for a foster care organization. And one of the things that I remember thinking about a lot is how do we get to kids before they get to foster care? And I really feel like communities and schools does that. Our program managers are in schools and they're seeing some of those warning signs, whether that be with the student because they're being truant or the family, what's going on with the family. And I love that idea of how do we wrap them with support before it maybe goes too far down the road that the family's in a position that they don't want to be in. And so that's really what sold me on the organization. And then seeing the success stories, knowing firsthand, the impact that one caring adult can make in the life of a student can really change the trajectory of a student's life.
Yes. Oh, I love that. Wrapping with support. That's exactly what you guys are doing. So dive into some of those success stories that you've seen.
Yes. I was actually out in Lauderdale County we had a school visit there. That's in West Tennessee, because we are statewide. And this young lady, since she was in, I think, second or third grade, she had to go to alternative school every year at some point, always had disruptions. But as a part of that, she also had, a death in her family, and she had other underlying circumstances. And so when she got into high school, she was chronically absent, not showing up to school, getting in fights. And then she came on CIS case management load. So she started working with our program manager there. And it's just amazing to kind of hear her. It's actually on our website, her story in particular, but she actually got voted like most improved, most like turnaround her senior year. She was homecoming queen. She has a path and a career in mind that she was going to be doing. And so, surrounding her with that support and saying, you can do this. You deserve better than this for yourself. And sometimes that's what it takes for a student to be able to be like, yeah, I do want something. And having that champion, we've all had people in our lives that, showed up for us and that steered us. And the fact that, I say our program managers are the ones that are doing the best work in the schools on a day in and day out basis. And I'm, grateful that I'm able to do what I can to support them and raise funds and awareness for the great work that they do on a daily basis.
It's amazing. I bet when students do overcome those barriers, it gives them that much more confidence to move forward in life outside of school and really create a trajectory of success. It's really incredible that you guys are instilling and planting those seeds in them at such a young age. Okay, so let's say someone can't make it out to the bingo event, but they do want to provide financially. Every single dollar counts. $5, $2, everything counts. How can they do that?
Yeah, you can do that on our website. You can donate to communities and schools there. We actually cost $400 to support a student for a year. And so that's $36 a month. You can do a monthly donation, just like you have your Hulu or other things that are just coming out of your account. Yeah, that's a great way to support. If corporate, we do sponsorships for events. We, apply for grants. There's a lot of different ways that we're raising money, but individuals can give through that. And there's, different levels that are all on our website.
It's amazing. So. $36 a month. Come on, we can all make it happen. And just imagine that child's face who you are helping out in order to succeed in life. Leah, thank you so much.
Yeah. And one thing, if you want to come to bingo, there's a special promo code. If you go to our website, Communities in School or CISTN.org, and go to events, the promo code is local on 2. It should be easy to remember, and that'll get you $10 off the $60 ticket to make it $50 for the event.
Perfect. So excited. Yeah. All right. Bring it on. Bingo night.
All right.
Thank you again.
Come see us.
Yes.